Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well. I was just thinking yesterday, welcome to On the Road in Recovery. I thought I'd better say that in case you've never seen it. I was just thinking yesterday, when I first, somebody asked me, they asked a question, they said, how did you, how did I get over the first thoughts of never drinking again? Right, that's it, you're never going to have a drink again. What was your thinking then? And I think because I'd had lots of times where there'd been periods of time when I said, well, I'd gone to hospital and I'd come out and I'd said to myself, right, that's it, I'm never drinking again. And after about 4 or 5 weeks, you start to feel a bit better, and obviously you miss drinking, so you go back to it. And it was that kind of thing that kept happening, and that would happen maybe, 4 times a year. That would happen, something like that. I would stop and I would say, right, that's it, I'm not drinking again. Right, I'll never do it. But as soon as you say that, you've got like the biggest hangover ever, and you're going, oh my God, this is it. I'm never ever going to do it again. Never ever. And that's it. But from the moment you say that, you start to feel a bit better. And then you go, and after about a week, you start to think, oh no, what have I said here? I've said that I'm never going to drink again. And then that's more daunting than the thought that you could never have a drink. And it's like, oh no, but what about all this normal stuff? Anyway, so of course I was told that I had to have a hip replacement, which is quite a major thing. And I remember there being points of my life thinking, but when I was told that, there was a part of me that thought, oh my God, thank God, I've finally got the excuse that I need, that this is like the big one, and I'll never have to drink again. And there was a massive sense of, I was relieved that, right, this is the best excuse ever. But that doesn't mean that I suddenly went, right, that's it, that's fine, I can just stop now. It wasn't that at all. And but I remember thinking, right, this is the moment where I could, this is the ultimate excuse. I've had to have a hip replacement, but it was the ultimate chance to give myself, because it's very hard when people say, oh, I think you should watch your drinking. As an alcoholic, you're completely strong-minded. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. I know I've said it before, but it's like the amount of effort that you'd go to at 4 a.m. to find a bar that's open. Where's open? Right, we could go here. We could jump in a taxi, go there, do this. And that thing that he said, if you put 10% of the effort you put into finding drugs or alcohol, and you put that into your recovery, so, and I don't know, it was Claire Robbins, when I went to see her, she said, you are very lucky, She said, because of your addictions, she said, it means that you're really, really strong-minded, and you're really strong-willed, and you'll do whatever it takes to get a drink, or whatever it takes to get a line of coke, or whatever it takes to do something. She said, what you've got to try and do, she said, what the aim is here, is just to switch what you're putting all that efforts into. So whether it be, right, I'm going to put all that effort into getting fit and healthy, or I'm going to put all that effort into my career, and in the same way that you'd put all your efforts into having a drink, you wouldn't have time for anything else. Oh well, yeah. And that's what you'd do when you're avoiding things. But now I put all my efforts into, being a musician. So I put it all into my career. I'm totally addicted to social media, but not in the way of, I want to tell you what I'm having, as in yesterday I had an amazing sandwich, and tomorrow I'm having an amazing. So don't get me wrong, I do put things like that occasionally, but it's that thing of just putting all those efforts into the things that are actually good for you. So flicking the switch is an important thing. So now I spend time practicing music. I spend a lot more time, getting gigs, getting concerts, making sure things are right. And so if you're struggling with recovery at the moment and you're thinking, oh gosh, or you're thinking about stopping drinking, and you're thinking, I don't know how I can do this, as someone who's addicted to something. Like the addiction can be being an addictive nature can be, well, I've found it incredibly helpful. You know, I feel very, not privileged, but I feel, not privilege isn't the word. I feel very fortunate that I'm someone who, when I do something, I do it, I will go all in. And I find, you know, there's some people who sort of do things a bit and do a bit of this. But so something that was a complete nightmare for me with drinking and all of that, you know, and that's brought on by having addictions, being addicted to things, having this addictions problem. Now I've flicked the switch, it's working out completely in my favour. And so don't ever think that having an addictions problem is it. I think being an addictive person isn't a problem. It's just a matter of what you're addicted to, is what I'm trying to say, I think. So anyway, I hope I'm not rambling too much. I've got to go over to a rehearsal. So I've got up. I had a little bit of a lie-in today, and I've got a rehearsal to go to. But I'm here in West London, staying at the wonderful Lancaster Gate Hotel, which is very nice. And I'm going off to get a coffee. I've got a rehearsal, and then I've got a gig tonight. So I'll catch up with you after the gig later today, or maybe even in between. Okay, folks, take care. Speak to you in a bit.